In this video, I am going to demonstrate how you can compose emails with Markdown. So, as developers, we write Markdown all the time. We do our documentation in Markdown. We issue comments using Markdown. We can use headers and all kinds of things. This is really useful because formatted messages communicate more effectively. So with headings, we can organize a message. The recipient can quickly scan it, see what's interesting to them, and the formatting just makes it more effective, and that's really what we want to be. So as developers, we do this all the time. Why can't we do this with email? So I use Thunderbird, and there's various plugins. The one I used just went unmaintained, so I decided to start from scratch and write my own using Claude. And it's in this GitHub repo. So let's go ahead and see what this looks like in action. We compose a message. We'll see a button up here. This indicates the plugin is installed. And we can just use regular Markdown formatting. And this may not seem like a big deal, but if you don't have Markdown to do a heading, you've got to come up here and click a bunch of times. To do a list, you've got to click here, and it's not a lot of friction, but it's just much faster for us to do it this way since we know how. And if we hit the preview, we can see this is kind of going off the screen here, but this gives us a preview of what this email looks like. So when we send it, it actually converts it to HTML during the send process. So if you watch closely, you'll see that right before it sends. And then if we read it, we can see that. So to reply to this message, we can actually continue to use the Markdown formatting right in line. So we can do some bold text. Are you sure? List 1. And then if we preview it, we'll see our, yeah, I'm sorry, this is going off the screen. But anyway, you can get the idea here. So what it does is it breaks the original content into blocks, keeps it as HTML, and then it puts our replies, our bottom posting replies right in line. So let's go ahead and send that. Wait for it to come in. We can see the original message and then our Markdown formatted reply here. Okay, so what if we don't want to use Markdown? Or actually, let me show you the next feature here. Oftentimes we'll want to copy some content, some rich content. So let's just copy this. And let's compose a message with this in it. And notice when we paste this rich content, it's now formatted as Markdown, and we can actually edit the Markdown instead of having to edit the rich text. And again, if we preview this, we'll see it renders nicely. So again, this is for quicker editing. We can more quickly modify this. If it's in Markdown, we don't have to do a lot of clicks on the toolbar and stuff like that. But what happens if we really want to keep the original Thunderbird experience? We can turn this off, this plugin off. Notice the off badge. And now if we paste it, we'll see the original original experience. This is the classic Thunderbird experience for when we need that. So the last thing I'd like to demo is how we handle images. So let's copy this image. And let's paste this image in. Oops, we're still in preview mode, so let's turn this off. And notice it's now putting a link in, but notice the image was really big in our email, and this often happens with images. So what we can do is we can say we want this to be 400 pixels wide. We could say 400 by 300, but generally just give it the width. And then actually let's just make it a little smaller so it's obvious. And if we preview it, notice this image is now nice and small. And this is a way we can specify the size of an image so that it looks nice in the body of an email and doesn't take up gobs of space. So without this, you would have to, click on the corners and drag. And the other thing this does is when we paste in images, it limits them to 600 pixels wide maximum. And again, this is just in an effort to make images and emails look like they're reasonably sized, which Thunderbird by default doesn't do real well. So that's the Thunderbird Markdown Compose plugin. It allows you to draft emails in Markdown, which is fairly useful for us developers. Let me know what you think. Thanks.